Midsummer in southwest France. John Burton Race and his battered van are on the road again, on a quest to learn the dark arts of an ingredient that's so costly and so glamorous, they call it the Rolls Royce of French cuisine.
In France, truffles are the most important ingredient, if you like, gastronomically the most important. Now, I've been lucky enough that I've managed to get one of the truffle hunters to squeak. And all being well, I'll get to learn a bit more about truffles.
Round here, everyone knows summer truffles peak in May and June, but only the truffling elite knows where to find them. Le Rolls Royce, black diamonds, black gold, whatever you call them, they grow by night, they're very rare, and they're very expensive.
I'm about 2 hours from home in a little village called Limogne, which is near Cahors. And the reason I'm here this morning is to meet a truffle guy called Claude, and he's promised to introduce me to a truffle market every Sunday during the summer, which it's a very short season, 6-8 weeks, has all the truffle buyers in the area come to this place and... Bonjour, Claude, ça va?
Ça va?
Vous êtes Claude, oui?
Oui, Claude, oui.
Oui. Et
On est arrivé.
c'est ici pour le truffe?
Oui, c'est le seul marché en France.
Claude, pourquoi juste ici pour le truffe d'été? Pourquoi?
Parce que c'est une zone
Oui.
où il y a ce
Beaucoup de
type
truffes.
de truffes d'été.
This is the truffle zone, if you like, and this is the part of France where you're going to find the most truffles. The truffle hunters arrive, the truffle auctioneers, if you like, and buyers turn up, and the whole thing's done in 15 minutes. So I've got to go. Faut aller tout de suite?
Faut y aller.
Merci.
John's wife, Kim, is also on the road, with Fendi, the family dog, exploring a more chic French tradition. The French worship their dogs. Even small towns like Revel have a dog beauty parlour. To keep up with the French Joneses, Fendi's been entered for a dog show near Carcassonne. Competition will be fierce, so Fendi must look and smell her best.
You have to book at least a week in advance to get your dog in. I mean, we've taken our dog there a couple of times now, and she absolutely hates it. I mean, it's just the amount of stuff they have for dogs, like special dog shampoos and conditioners, and they've even got perfumes. You know, one called Brute, one Au Natural, and I can't remember the name of the other one, but just, you know, would you ever buy perfume for your dog?
Ça, c'est le truffe d'été, oui.
Truffes d'été, oui, ça.
These guys here are the truffle hunters, if you like. They go out with their little dogs and spend hours finding these things. And this is a little basket, I don't know, about 500 grams worth of what they call truffe d'été, which is summer truffle. They smell gorgeous. And I was just asking the fellow whether he got them yesterday, and he said, well, I got some yesterday, but I was up very early this morning and I found the rest. Je peux acheter un kilo, s'il vous plaît? This is where the difficulty starts, because I want to buy a kilo of truffles,
Voilà.
50 euros, that's nothing. It's an absolute steal. It's about 30 quid. In London, it costs 10 times that to buy a kilo of truffles. And so I've asked the guy for a scale so I can weigh it, and he said, oh no, just take a kilo out. Well, I don't know what a kilo is. That's important. It's all done on trust. Everybody trusts each other. And you've got to behave properly, because if you want to come back here next Sunday, you better not try and rob the bloke. It's all done on trust. Ça, c'est, vous pensez que ça, c'est un kilo?
Oui, voilà.
Un kilo? Yeah, you know, I said, is that a kilo? He said, no, that's only about 800 grams. It's completely strange.
Ah, ça y est.
Bon. Merci, hein?
Allez.
I feel like I've just robbed the bloke, actually. 50 euros un kilo, c'est formidable, hein? Formidable. Okay, this is the truffle dealer. It's gone 10:30. He arrived on cue. Everything's going in the boot of his car, and he sits. He asks them how much it costs, and he writes them a check. But the sad thing is, they're only getting 40 euros a kilogram. Now, even in France, there's nowhere in the world you could buy truffles under 250, 300 euros a kilogram. It's complete daylight robbery. Maybe that's why They've got a 2CV, and he's got a nice big Mercedes. Really mysterious stuff, though, really exciting. This is the Rolls-Royce of ingredients. A finale, actually, to my time here, because I've never seen so many truffles. I've never seen so many truffles so cheaply, and I'm learning so much because I'm actually meeting the people that go out and get them, seeing them at the auction, and it's great. You know, since we've been out living in France, the children have tried most things. This is a sort of grand finale, and I'm rather looking forward to a pleasant reaction when they taste this dish tonight. We'll just have to wait and see, though, really. This is a corn-fed organic chicken. What we need to do is use the skin as a sort of pocket to hold the truffles in. Push the slices of truffles as far forward as you can, and as far as I'm concerned, more the better. Next is a bit of salt. Some milled pepper. And for the sauce, I need 1 leek, 1 onion, 2 sticks of celery, and just 1 carrot. Right, so a good knob of butter, I suppose that's about 50 grams. Straight into the pan. And now I need to put some flavourings or the herbs. I've got some fresh tarragon here. Bay leaf, not a whole bay leaf, about half. A couple of cloves of garlic. This is the pink Lautrec garlic, which is famous just up the road from here. Now I need a bit of this fresh thyme. About that much. The next stage is the port. The port's gone in, and as soon as it gets up to temperature, the alcohol ignites. This is the beautiful Madeira truffle juice, and this is a real luxury. If any of my chefs could see me now, they'd scream, because I'd kill them for putting this much in. There you go. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is put the chicken stock in. It's about 2 litres. I can smell the tarragon coming through now. Oh, it's gorgeous. Good enough to have a bath in. In goes 1 chicken. And the stock comes up to about 3/4 of the way up to the chicken. And let it gently poach now for 2.5 hours. That's it, really.
Should we bring them over here? That's it, strong boy.
To give their dog a fighting chance at the show, the children have set up a rigorous training course, but it's midday and Fendi is a hot dog.
Everybody, Fendi Race is gonna do round 1. Go!
Olivia, you timing this? Oh, I have to drag her around there. This is not funny. Ah! Fendi? Fendi, will you get out of there? Over here. Okay, that didn't work. She's useless. Over here. Fendi, you're going to be useless.
Lift the legs over.
1, 2, 3, go. What do we get, Liza?
She's got 1 out. Not yet. I didn't give you that. I give her that because you were being told. Fendi 110, go 0.
Oh, thanks, Charles.
After the chicken's been cooking for a couple of hours, Eve helps out in the kitchen.
I've passed the stock through a sieve, and now I'm boiling to reduce it by half of its volume. Let me just test this.
No, I'll wait, Dad.
Just don't faint.
It's all right.
Oh
It'll
dear.
do.
Yellow beans while I put the cream in. Right now. Give it a whiskey, please.
Should I put the leeks in the beans?
Yep. What it needs is about 50 grams of butter. But it is slightly too sweet, so just about 1/4 of a lemon, just to cut the sweetness of the sauce. Absolute perfection. Right, the sauce is ready. And the last and final stage is to portion the chicken, coat it with sauce, and dress it with Eve's vegetables.
You don't know,
How lucky you are.
Get ready for a taste sensation.
Truffles is an acquired taste, and not everyone likes it, and it's hard to describe the flavour. Kim told me that she thought truffle smelled like dirty socks. Well, God knows who's got dirty socks like truffle.
Excuse me, I don't want to drop this on your head, because you'll look really silly.
After 10 months in France, it's the ultimate test of the family's taste buds.
Sit down, please. So what does it taste of?
Sweet corn. Sorry.
Charles, what do you think of it?
Pasta.
No, not the pasta, the chicken.
Eliza, what do you think of it?
Chicken.
No, what do you think
What
it
do you
tastes
think?
like? Is it nice?
It tastes like chicken.
Lily, what do you think?
What's your head taste of? It tastes of chicken. Like chicken bum.
She won't have any. Dad.
So, what's it like, Ray?
Absolutely delicious.
Really?
Like it.
Thank you.
A
woman of class.
Breakfast next morning at La Garrigue. After much soul-searching, John and Kim have come to a decision. When their year of French leave is over, they'll head back to England.
Eliza, what are those boxes for?
These for my friend.
And what, have you got anything in
It was
there?
a tough decision to make. We talked about it for weeks, really, about when's a good time to go back. What about the kids' education?
No, I
Does that
don't.
mean when you leave today, you're going to be crying?
Yeah.
Will you?
Leaving the school?
Yeah.
But not me.
Because today's your last day, Charles.
Oh, I thought you meant this school gone crazy.
Well, come on, what are we doing sitting here? Let's get on with it then.
And don't forget, you're saying goodbye to your teachers as well, so when... Thank you.
Charles, Amelia, this is your last day, okay? Hold my hand. You got chocolate all over your face. Look at it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Kiss them on goodbye.
Mommy!
Guys, have you got everything? Fine. See you later. Right, come on then.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye to Mum. Let's count how many steps there are to school. How many do you think there are?
100.
100 steps? That wouldn't even get us down to the driveway. So do you think your teacher's going to like the sunflowers?
Yeah.
Huh?
We can pretend they're swords.
You can pretend they're swords or spears. Last day, you excited?
Yeah. I got them.
Bye-bye, Dan. See you, King.
Merci.
With the children at school, John resumes his truffles hunt. He heads for the farm of his neighbour, Edouard Rive, and hooks up again with his new friend, Claude Beson, master truffle hunter.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Monsieur Rive.
Ça va?
Bonjour.
Bon voyage.
Claude.
Bonjour.
Bon, truffe, hein? Et ici, vous dites c'est le plus grand.
Claude's secret weapon is his dog, Moustique.
Très bonne là.
Insured for around $3 grand, his phenomenal sense of smell makes him a champion truffle hunter, or chien truffier. He's hunted with Claude for 5 years, and John soon finds that if you've got a dog like Moustique, truffle hunting pays much better than he'd thought.
Right, Moustique's scratching now. We've only been here 5 minutes,
Voilà.
and he's found a
De
truffle.
suite.
How come these things are so expensive if it's that easy?
Voilà.
Oh, that's a big
Très
one.
bien.
It can't be that simple, can it?
Voilà, tout pris
This is just amazing. Good boy. Ça, c'est une truffe, hein?
Oui, voilà.
I can't believe that. I just can't believe it. Look at the size of it.
Allez.
How much is this little dog worth? Well, he's found another one, look. I mean, if I didn't know better, this can't be like...
Oui, voilà. Très bien.
C'est une grosse, hein? Because Claude and Moustique look so natural together,
On cherche.
you
Là,
get the impression that this is easy, but it's not. The relationship between the man and his dog is so close, it's unbelievable. Good boy. Good boy. He does this purely for the love of it. Actually, he probably does it purely for the money. I mean, look at this. 3 truffles. 10 minutes. Look at this dog. You're never going to believe this. Claude can't stand truffles. He won't eat them. Vous jamais mangé là?
Non, rarement.
He doesn't like them in anything. There's always a cloud of mystery about truffles, and you try to find out the science of it, you try to find out the history of it, and you get almost there, and just as you think you're just beginning to understand, in comes a fairy tale and you've had it. But the proof's in the pudding, and Mustique's finding a lot of truffles this morning.
Par rapport à la estivore.
Mais le truffe à hiver, c'est plus cher que le... To get invited to find truffles is one thing, but then actually coming out here and doing it and seeing it for real, it's a great experience, it's a great trip. I'm just actually flabbergasted, I can't believe it.
School's out for the summer. The village hall holds a barbecue for the smaller children. No truffles. Olivia and Martha head to a cafe to swap presents with their schoolmates and boyfriends.
Bravo. Félicitations.
Vous regardez ça, là?
Oh, superbe ça.
Sont bons, hein?
Ah, délicieux.
Ouais. Formidable.
Extraordinaire.
C'est pas mal, hein? Nous trouver ça dans quoi? 2 heures?
Oui.
Ah, mais ça c'est vraiment...
Peut-être ils veulent boire quelque chose, non?
Oui, mais écoutez, attendez. Pas seulement lui, peut-être.
Really fantastic morning. First time I've ever been out truffle hunting. It's all down to this little guy here. Mustique's the star. We would have been more successful if there'd been a bit more wind, because actually Mustique can smell the truffles on the ground.
Aussi exceptionnel,
oh, that's more like it.
Oh.
Oh, this looks good. It's a Jurassian wine, which is a local wine.
Vous connaissez?
Et ça, c'est une foie gras aussi.
Et ça, c'est une foie gras. On reste dans le sud-ouest.
Oui. Et cette vin, c'est le Jurassian. Vous aimez ça?
Oui, très bon.
Vous voulez goûter?
Voilà, on va s'installer. Merci.
As always, when you visit people over here, great hospitality. Everyone's so friendly. You get welcomed. And listen, I've got a basket of truffles. I've got a hare pâté with truffles, a fresh foie gras, a bottle of Jurassian,
Merci.
a superstar dog and his trainer, and I've learnt so much. It's been absolutely brilliant. Formidable. Merci beaucoup, hein, tout le monde. Formidable. This has been one of the best mornings of my life. En anglais, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Ah, ça c'est
The day of the dog show. John's up early with truffles on his mind. Again.
What I've done is I've put the truffle in with the eggs, and the reason I've done that is because the truffle flavour, that strong pungent smell of the truffle, will go through the eggshell and actually flavour the inside of the egg. Okay, next thing is my bowl. When I went for my second job after I qualified and got my apprenticeship, the chef said, look, it's all right, references, etc., but I want to see you go and make an omelette. And I said, an omelette? And I thought, well, that's a bit easy. And he said, well, it's not. I want to see if you cook it properly. I want to see about your timing. He asked me questions about the eggs, and we carried on doing it, and it got me the job. And I suppose omelettes and things like soufflés, if you're going to be a pastry chef, are the basics, things that you learn how to cook properly when you first start cooking. And another reason I put the butter into the eggs is because this pan has to be really, really, really hot. And if I put a knob of butter into it now, it'll just burn, blacken, and ruin the eggs. So I always put just a little bit of butter in here and beat it with the eggs. So as it hits the oil, it doesn't actually burn or caramelise. Next thing, a little bit of olive oil, not too much. Swirl it around in the pan. straight in. With the egg. You've got to keep the egg moving. I don't want just one part of the egg to cook. So if you move the egg around as much as possible, you're bringing the top to the bottom to the top, and you're actually cooking all of the egg. But the inside will still be soft. Now for the best bit, to slice some truffle. Lots of truffle, and just push it down a little bit into the egg. And then turn it out. And some more sliced truffle on top, only because I'm greedy. This is the ultimate truffle hunter's breakfast. And there you go, summer truffle omelette, nice pot of coffee, what a breakfast. It's nice being up early, my favourite time of the morning, enjoying a Rolls-Royce breakfast. Delicious, what a treat.
A treat's in store for Fendi too. The show near Carcassonne is attended by over 100 top French dogs.
Right, who's going to take Fendi in for the obedience test? And what about the sociability test?
Monsieur Burton Race. John.
We're going to do extremely badly.
Upside down, Charles.
Fendi may not be a rosette winner, but to everyone's surprise, it turns out that she could have the makings of a truffle hunter.
Hey! Fantastic!
She's much better than I thought. Fendi is obviously spoilt by the family ruin, actually. But she's quite bright. And Claude told me that Labradors are probably, apart from Mystique, are probably the best dogs to use. Fendi might be the next Mystique, who knows? Martha! Maybe not.
In the next episode of French Leave, John and two of the girls go to work on a garlic farm.
And I expect by the time I get back for half of this barn to be done. Tied by John Burton Race, a prize winner.
I've got you!
And it's time for au revoir in a cloud of garlic.
Cheers.